Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vishwanath. Today's chapter is area related to circles. Area related to circles. In that the topic is perimeter and area of a circle and its parts, that is sector and segment. This sector and segment are the parts of a circle. So in today's class we are going to learn the perimeter and area of a circle as well as its parts, that is sector and segment. We'll take first circle example. Circle definition, already you know that circle is the line joining of infinite number of points. You know that on this line infinite number of points are there, infinite number of points. So these all infinite number of points are joined by a line. Those infinite number of points are equal distance from the center, that is the center of the circle. So that is the center of the circle is a fixed point. So we know that on this line, on this curve line, infinite number of points are there. This curve line only named as circumference, in other word perimeter. So perimeter and circumference both are same for a term circle. So when we go for the plane figure, that is square, rectangle, triangle, for these things we are using only the word perimeter. So perimeter is the outer boundary, sum of all the three sides or four sides, how many sides that given diagram plane figure has. But for the circle, this perimeter is in the shape of curve line, that is called as circle itself. So this curved line is also named as perimeter. So perimeter and circumference both are same for a circle. Remember, for a circle in question, find the perimeter of the circle or find the circumference of the circle. For both question, the formula is same. So let us give first what is the circumference of the circle. So the circumference is one full rotation. Look at, when we start your journey from here, you walk along the curve line this way and stop where you started. So to reach the same point, we have to run one full round. That one full round only called as circumference or perimeter of a circle. So we use the formula 2 pi r. We use this formula. We use 2 pi r formula to find out one full rotation of the circle. So the length of the boundary of a circle is named by perimeter or circumference. The symbol is P and C, capital letter. We use the formula 2 pi r. This 2 pi r formula is we are using to find out the circumference. Circumference means this, the length of this boundary. The length of this one round, full round boundary is found by 2 pi r formula. Or you can use the formula pi d also. Here the pi d is the diameter. You know that diameter is equal to 2 times of radius. So from this point to here one radius, and from here to here the other radius. This r plus r, this is, you know that radius, this is also radius. So the sum of r plus r, that is 2r, is called as diameter. So here pi you keep it as it is. This 2r, in place of 2r I wrote d. So both are the formula to find out circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle or perimeter of a circle is found by 2 pi r formula or pi d formula. Anyone you can use. Next we go for area. Area of a circle. So area of a circle also familiar formula, that is pi r square. Pi r square is the area of a formula. What is the area of a formula? What space? See this inside. See, this outer boundary is named by circumference. But inside this outer boundary, what region we are seeing? This is the region. In this region. So this full region, that is covered by a circumference. So within this circumference, what region you are seeing? This is only called as area. Area is equal to pi r square. To find out this total region, we are using the formula pi r square. So these two are very important formula. One is circumference 2 pi r, the other one is area pi r square. These two are basic formula in circle chapter. Let us go to the next one, that is sector. So we think about sector. Sector is a part of a circle. So So within the area, so the circle is the part of the area of a circle. So area of a circle is this total. The total region is area of a circle. This total region is made as a small part. Okay, only this much we take. This is only called as sector. So sector is the part of a circle. So sector is the part of a area of a circle. The area of a circle is total. Sector means it is the part of a area of a circle. So how to find out this area of a sector? So area of a sector, to find out, I write here A sector. To understand, only if you write A, that is the area of a circle. Area of a sector, you want to write A sector, right? Area of a sector, how to find out? So to find out area of a sector, we know that sector is the part of a circle. So this full circle is divided into how many parts? Let us know. So this sector, how much angle it subtends at the center? Suppose this angle what here formed, that is equal to 60 degree, for example. So this sector subtends 60 degree at the center of the circle. So we know that the interior angle, the sum of interior angle, the interior angle of a circle is 360 degree. But this sector made 60 degree at the center. So we know that the whole circle is 360 degree. Sector has 60 degree. So we'll divide the whole circle 360 degree divided by sector degree 60 degree. When we divide it, we'll get 66. So that means this sector is 1 by 6 part of a circle. That means this sector is 60 degree. Now another 5 more sectors you had, you will get a whole circle. So the whole circle is 360 degree. This sector has 60 degree. That means sector is 1 by 6th part of a circle. So the given sector is 1 by 6. The whole circle is 360 degree. The sector is 60 degree. Both divided 6 will get. That means this 60 degree sector you have to put 6 times. If you put 6 times, you will get whole circle. That means the given sector is 1 by 6 part of a circle. So we know that one circle means pi r square. The whole circle area is pi r square. But the given sector, how much area it is covered? The given sector covered 1 by 6th of a circle. That means pi r square is a circle. 1 by 6 of means into 1 by 6th of a circle. Circle means pi r square. So therefore we use the formula pi r square by 6 for this sector. See, for this given 60 degree we are using pi r square by 6. At last we can write pi r square by 6. Pi r square by 6 is the area of the given sector which has 60 degree at the center. But here the given is 60 degree. In case 45 degree, 90 degree like given, what to do? So we use the formula thus. Area of a sector is pi r square into theta by 360 degree. So what it means? Area of a circle is pi r square, in that the given sector, what angle it subtends. For example, the given question in that pi r square into theta is how much, what angle this given sector subtends? 60 degree. It subtends 60 degree at the center by 360 degree. 61 is 66 are cancelled. We'll get pi r square by 6. That only we wrote before also. So therefore we'll use this general formula. This general formula gives you area of a sector of any angle, if any subtended angle at the center. So the given sector has 60 degree. Now 60 degree is the 1 by 6 part of a circle. 60 degree we put 6 time only, whole circle will get 360 degree. So 1 by 6th of a circle. 1 by 6th of a circle means pi r square. So the given sector is the 1 by 6 part of a given circle. So therefore pi r square by 6. This pi r square by 6 is the area of the given sector. So how to find out the general formula to have any angle? So therefore we use the formula pi r square into theta by 360. So this pi r square into theta by 360 give you complete answer of any angle given. Pi r square into this theta indicates that the sector, what angle it subtend at the center. So the given sector subtend 60 degree. Now we'll put in place of theta 60 degree. 60 and 360 divided 1 by 6. Finally we'll get pi r square by 6. That in direct method also we get the same answer. in the general formula also we get the same answer. By this we come to one conclusion, that is area of a sector is pi r square into theta by 360. Similarly, area of a sector is pi r square into theta by 360 now. So perimeter of this sector. So perimeter of the sector, how to find out? In the same way, look at perimeter means the complete boundary, this complete boundary. See this. So perimeter of full circle, to find out, you need to walk around the circle. Similarly, to find the perimeter of the given sector, you have to walk around the boundary. So you start from here. First walk like this. So what you are doing? You are walking on a straight line. This is indicated by R. So this is also R. This is a part of the ring. So the complete ring is called as perimeter. So we'll walk around the sector. So we'll walk around the sector. First you start from here. Start from here. So what length you are walking? R. R length I am walking, plus you stop here, again walk on this. So this is not a straight line. So how to find out length of this? Length of this, to find out this length only called as arc. So what is arc? Arc is the part of the perimeter or circumference. See, this area of the sector is the part of the area of a circle. This is area of a circle part. Similarly, this is part of the complete circumference. So this is complete. So the one full rotation, if you come, one full rotation, it is called by 2 pi r. But I am not going the complete revolution, that is just this much part only I am walking. That means how to find out only this part. This is, if it is straight line, we will measure easily, but it is not straight line, it is curve. So how to find out only this length? To find out only this length, we are using the formula arc, length of arc. So what is the length of arc? This arc is the part of the complete circumference. No, therefore circumference is 2 pi r. The complete circumference is 2 pi r. Circumference is 2 pi r, but this is only a part of the circumference. You know that a part of the area of a circle, how to find out? Area of a circle is pi r square. Its part, how to find out? Theta by 360. Similarly, one circumference is 2 pi r. Arc is the part of the circumference. So circumference is 2 pi r. Arc is the part of the circumference. No? So therefore we use this formula. Theta 2 pi r is the circumference into theta by 360 says that it is the part of the circumference. So arc is the part of the circumference. Sector is the part of the area. So remember, area of sector is the part of the area of the circle. Area of a sector is the part of the area of a circle. Similarly, length of an arc. Length of an arc is the part of the circumference. So these two, remember, sector is always part of the area of a circle. Arc is the part of the circumference. So this part of circumference or part of area, to find out, we multiply theta by 360. So if you want part of the area, pi r square theta by 360. If you want part of the circumference, 2 pi r into theta by 360. So as arc is the part of the circumference, so therefore we use 2 pi r into theta by 360. So why did I add r here? The r added because always remember, perimeter is the complete walk around the area, the boundary. See, when I start from here, I walked r meter. This is part of the circumference. No, that's for 2 pi r into theta by 360. Again I have to go, because where you started journey, you have to reach the same point. R, this is 2 pi r into theta by 360. Again walk r. So I have to add one more r. So this is the perimeter of the given sector, r plus r2 r plus 2 pi r theta by 360. This is the formula to find out perimeter of the sector. Area of the sector is pi r square into theta by 360. Perimeter of the sector is 2 pi r into theta by 360 plus 2 r we had, that is r plus r radius. So if you want to find out length of an arc, see, remember, arc is the part of the circumference. So what we do, circumference into theta by 360. This theta by 360 means it is the one part of the total area or circumference. Circumference is the complete one round. If you multiply 3 theta into 360, it means that we are taking one part of the complete circumference. Circumference is 2 pi r into theta by 360 means, so this whole 2 pi r we are dividing into a small parts. So in that one part is length of an arc. Length of an arc. In this example, this is called as length of an arc. So if you find out the length of this, see, I want the length from this point to this point. So this is what, this is only called as arc. This is arc. So to find out length of this arc is the complete circumference part. It is the part of complete circumference. So what we are doing, we take first complete circumference 2 pi r into theta by 360 means it is the part of that. We are dividing. So that theta, where do you get? That theta we get like this. If you want to find out length of this arc, we join like this to the center. So we see here, if it is 90-degree angle, so this arc subtends 90-degree at the center. So we place that 90-degree here, 2 pi r into 90 by 360 like that. So these three formula are very important. The first is perimeter and area of circles, that you studied in 9th standard itself, 2 pi r into pi r square. Now area of sector, remember always sector means a part of a circle. Circle is 2 pi r square, its part how to find out? Theta by 360. Similarly, length of an arc. Arc is the part of the circumference. So circumference is 2 pi r into theta by 360 is its part. So using this two formula, we can solve many problems from the area related to circle chapter. Let us go to the another term, that is segment. So we go to next term, segment. So till now, area of a circle, a perimeter of a circle or circumference of a circle. The next thing is area of sector, perimeter of sector, and length of an arc. This much we got using the formula. Now we go for segment. Segment also important. In your syllabus, we find area and perimeter of a segment as well. So let us see first what is the formula to find out area of segment. So segment, this is segment. Segment is the region surrounded by a chord as well as an arc. See, segment, this is only called as segment. This region is called as segment. So then what is the difference between segment and sector? Sector is the region, look at, I'll show you here. Segment and sector, the difference. This is called as sector. Sector is the region surrounded by radii, two radii and an arc. Look at, this is the region. This region is surrounded by radius means radii and an arc. But segment is the region surrounded by chord and an arc. Look at, chord and an arc forms segment, radii and an arc forms sector. In sector we get 90-degree or any angle at the center, but in segment we don't get angle. So in segment we don't get angle, remember. So in sector we get angle at the center as well as two radii will get and an arc will get. Angle, two radii and an arc. But in segment only chord and an arc. So if angle and an arc is there, that means, see, if you know the angle here, theta degree we know, the total 360 degree will be there. That total 360 we can divide by theta, what angle we formed here. So 360 divided by what angle is there here. When we divide these two, we come to know the whole circle is divided into how many parts. But in segment there is no angle formation. Look at here. In segment there is no angle formation. How to know this segment is how much part of the whole circle? In sector it is easy to understand. Yes, this sector is what part of circle. If suppose it is 45 degree, we easily say that 45 degree, no? So the whole circle is divided into how many parts? Look at 360 degree divided by 45 degree. 9 5 is 9 fours are again 5 eights. So that means 45 degree is given at the center of the circle. The whole circle is divided into 8 part, remember. So in that one part is 45, another 45 degree sector. Look at this, is another 45 degree, another 45 degree, another 45, another. Like if you make 8 part, if you mark 8 part, the whole circle complete. So the whole circle is 360 degree. The given sector is 45 degree. Both divided will get 8 now. This 8 meaning is the whole circle is divided into 8 part. In that one part is this sector. So this sector is 1 by 8th part of a circle. This sector is, the total circle is 1 part. In that if you make 8 part, that 8th part is one of the sector. But in segment, we cannot say the whole circle is divided into how many parts. The reason is, when we draw one more sector, that sector area is more than this. So there is a difference between the area of sector. So the same area of this segment is then the same, we cannot, but in sector we can form. Suppose this is 45 degree, another 45 degree sector also we can form. It is equal division, but in segment we cannot draw one more segment. We can draw this side one segment, the same area, but when we go again division of this area of a circle by segment, it is very difficult to divide equal parts. So in segment, the whole circle dividing in equal part, it is difficult. It is possible but difficult. So that's why we go for area of a segment, not by directly. We follow another method, that is, we join first this to radii. We join first this to radii. So after joining these two radii, what we will get? We'll get complete one sector. Look at here. This is complete. I draw that separately. Look at. See, actually we want only this area, that is the region, that is segment area. To find out segment area, we don't know any angle at the center. See, and also the whole circle is equally divided by segment is very difficult task. So in sector that problem won't persist, but it is causing here. Then we follow one more alternative method. That alternative method is, there is no direct formula to find out area of segment. Direct formula not there, because equal segment division is difficult within the circle. So we follow other method, that is, first we join the end of this chord to the center of the circle. Then these two are what? Radii. These two are radii. Now the complete, if you shade like this, what shape you will get? You will get sector. Correct? No, actually we want segment area. We are following indirect method, that is, first completely shade this, then this is called as sector. This complete sector, in that actually I want only this part. This complete part is sector. So here theta angle is there, either 60 degree, 45 degree or 90 degree. So this is complete sector. In that, this is complete sector. In that only I need this part, segment part I need. This is complete sector. Remember, this completely, this is sector. In that I need only this part, that is segment part. How to find out this part? See, this complete sector will take first. Complete sector. This for complete sector, in that, this is what shape? This is triangle shape. This triangle shape is removed. What happened? I draw once again. See, this is what? Completely sector. In that sector, this is complete sector. No, in that sector, this part is removed. Removed means taken out. This part is taken out. What part remains with it? So it remains, that is segment. So finally we find the area of segment. Area of a segment in this way. Area of a segment, direct formula not there, but we use other alternative method to find out area of a segment. That is, area of a segment is equal to, first we take area of a sector. We take area of a sector. That means if you want the only this part, what we are doing, we don't have direct formula to find out this part. No, so what we do, we first cover everything. So first we cover whole thing. The whole thing is what? Sector. In that whole thing, this upper part is there. The whole thing, the sector consists of two parts. The sector consists triangle as well as segment. Triangle plus segment only sector. So the complete sector consists triangle and segment. If you want segment, this triangle you have to remove. That means in a sector you have to remove triangle. Look at, again I show you, sector is equal to segment plus triangle. Remember, so in one sector, triangle and segment both are there. So one sector is equal to segment plus triangle. If you want only segment, what you have to do, this triangle we bring here, that is sector minus triangle. So therefore area of a segment is equal to area of a sector minus triangle. So with this idea we find the area of a segment. So area of a segment, to find out not only area of a sector formula we know that, that is pi r square into theta by 360, because sector is the part of a circle. No, circle is pi r square. If you multiply pi r square with theta by 360, it is the part of a circle, that is sector. Minus triangle. For triangle, what formula should use? Half into bh. Look at the given triangle. The given triangle is an equilateral triangle. Don't use this. Root 3 a square by 4. This is in case of base and height given. Base and height given, use this formula. This is an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle given this. Or you go for root of s minus s. S of s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. This is only in case of base and height and equilateral triangle. Both are not given. We use the final this. So area of a segment, how to find out? Area of a segment is the part of the circle. We know that, but to find the area of a segment, we don't have direct formula. So we use the other method, that is one sector is equal to segment plus triangle. No, triangle we shifted this side, we'll get. So segment, area of a segment is equal to pi r square into theta by 360, that is area of a sector, minus triangle. For triangle in these three, any one formula you can use, it is based on the given triangle. So the applicable triangle which is given, use the proper triangle area of a triangle formula over there. So we go for a few examples using these three. So again I write first, what is the area of a circle? Area of a circle is pi r square, area of a circle. Then the circumference of the circle 2 pi r. These two are the two important formula direct related to circle. Next, area of a sector. Remember, before writing sector is what? Sector is the part of the circle. So circle is already pi r square. This pi r square circle, how to divide it into equal part? That multiplying theta by 360. The theta indicates that the sector, what angle subtend at the center. Pi r square is the circle, theta by 360 is the part of it. It is pi r square theta by 360. Next, arc. Length of an arc. So length of an arc, how to find out? Arc is what? Arc is the part of the circumference. Circumference is 2 pi r into theta by 360 says that it is the part of the circle. So sector is the part of the circle, pi r square theta by 360. Arc is the part of circumference, that is this. Arc is the part of circumference of pi r square theta by 360 degree. Next is area of segment. Area of segment. Segment is what? It is the sector minus triangle. To get the segment, go to sector. Area of sector minus in the triangle you have to remove. Area of sector minus triangle gives you segment. So we'll use all these important formula to find out unknown measurement, that is length of an arc, area of sector, area of a circle, circumference and segment. Example problem 1. The length of the minute hand of a clock, the length of the minute hand of a clock is 14 centimeter. Find the area swept by the minute hand in 5 minutes. With the question, the length of a minute hand in the given clock is 14 centimeter. The length of minute hand is 14 centimeter. Find the area swept by the minute hand. Find the area swept by the minute hand in 5 minutes. So we draw first the shape of the clock. Usually all clocks, almost all clocks will be in the shape of circle. So we take circle only. Here ignore some clock will be in the shape of rectangle, square. So ignore that. The length of it is a hand of a clock which is in the shape of circle. So clock is in the shape of circle here. So we know there are three hands are there. One is the smaller one and a broader one. That is hour hand. Uh, Another one is lengthy and somehow thin. That is minute hand. One more is the too lengthy but so thin. That is second hand. The question is the length of minute hand. So this is the minute hand. This minute hand length is 14 centimeter given. The length of minute hand is 14 centimeter. Find the area sweep by minute hand. This minute hand completely rotating around the center of the clock. So this is the center of the clock. So the minute hand will be rotating in this path. This is the locus of the minute hand. Locus means the path followed by the minute hand. In what path the minute hand is moving, that is called as locus. So okay, here we'll find the area. So the minute hand will be rotating in this path, right? In this path. So the question is, what is the area sweep by minute hand in 5 minutes? In 5 minutes, what area it sweep? Suppose this is, now it is 3. In 5 minutes, in 5 minutes means next is 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So minute hand is now at 3, 15 minutes. If minute hand goes to 4, it is 20 minutes. That means between 3 and 4, it sweeps 5 minutes. Correct? No. At 3, if minute hand is at 3, we tell it is 15 minutes. If minute hand at 4, it is 20 minutes. Totally 3 to 4. If it moves from 3 to 4, we call 5 minutes, it is sweeping. 15 next to 20 means total sweeping is 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, that is minute hand. Suppose minute hand comes here. Both are minute hand only. So what is the area sweep by? This area they are asking. Before the minute hand was at 3, now minute hand is at 4. What is the area obtained here? So this area, look at this area. This area is nothing but sector. See, look at 3 and at 4. What is the area sweep by minute hand? This is a sector. So area sweep by minute hand is finding by sector only. So area sweep by the minute hand, nothing but area of sector. Both are same. What area sweep by the minute hand? Nothing but that swept area is in the shape of sector. So area of a sector. Area of a sector, you know that. So don't confuse when area of a sector comes. Again you remember area of a sector means first you write area of a circle. Area of a circle. Sector is the part of the circle. No? So pi r square theta by 360. We substitute. Pi value is 22 by 7. Radius. What is the radius? This is the radius now. This radius is already given 14 centimeter because the length of minute hand acts as a radius. Look at from the center to here. This is in the shape of circle now. Within this circle, this is radius. Radius is 14 into 14 I write because r square, r into r, into theta. Theta is angle. This sector angle, how much angle this sector is forming here? That is the problem. It is not given in the question. So how to find out this angle? We don't know. We cannot find out area swept by the minute hand. How to find out this angle? It is very simple. First, let us see the whole circle is how much? 360 degree. Whole circle is 360 degree. This whole 360 degree circle is divided into how many parts? Let us see. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like it goes. Totally this whole circle is divided into 12 parts. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 360 we divide by 12 part. So 12 3s are. That means every 1 hour means 30 minutes. Look at 12 to 1, 5 minutes, nothing but 30 degree. Another 5 minutes 60 degree. Another 5 minutes 90 degree. Another 5 minutes 120. 150, 180. So finally it completes at 12, 360 degrees. So 3 to 4 to come, what angle is swept by the minute hand? That is 30 degrees. So every 1 hour between, I mean in minute and every 5 minutes between, 30-degree angle is forming. 30 degree, 30 degree, 30 degree, 90 degree, 120, 150, 180. So this is also 180, total 360 degree. So the angle formed between 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, whatever, every 5 minutes gives you 30 degree, because every 5 minutes is equal to 30 degree, totally 360 degree. We write here 30 degree by 360 degree. 31s are 30, 12s are right. Next 2, 6 are 2, 7s are. Next 2, 7s are 2, 3s are right. Again 1 7, 1 7 cancelled. So what are the remaining values? 22 remaining, nothing is there. Here 7 remaining, here nothing, by 3 also there, denominator. Totally it is 154. 154 divided by 3 centimeter square. Compulsory it should be in square, because area is square units. Length of an arc is only unit centimeter, length is only in centimeter or meter, area is centimeter square, meter square. This is the answer. That is the area swept by the minute hand in 5 minutes. We go for other example. A chord of a circle of radius 15 centimeter subtends an angle 60 degree at the center. Find the area of the corresponding minor segment and major segment. This is the given question. A chord of a circle of radius 15 centimeter. A chord of a circle of radius 15 centimeter subtends an angle of 60 degree at the center. So we go to the diagram, the required diagram. In that required diagram, we'll understand more about what are given. This is the center of the circle. A chord of a circle is 15 cent. Chord of a circle of radius 15. So it's not length of the chord, it is the radius. So let us take, this is the chord. A chord of a circle, this is the chord whose radius is 15. This is this x radius. This is 15. Even this is also radius 15 centimeters. Subtends 60 degree at the center. So this chord subtends 60 degree at the center. Find the area of the corresponding minor segment and major segment. This is the segment. The whole thing is sector. So you know that the whole thing is sector. They are asking not area of the sector, segment. This is the segment. This one they are asking. This is called as minor segment. So in a circle, if you draw a chord, this part forms minor segment, this part forms major segment. So a chord divides the circle into two segments. One is a majority of the part, major segment is the minor segment. The question is, are both major segment and minor segment? Let us find out first. This is the minor segment. The remaining part, other than this, the whole remaining part is major segment. So you know that the area of the minor segment, to find out, we have the formula area of segment. This is minor segment, area of minor segment. How to find out? Segment area is nothing but area of sector. For the segment, there is no direct formula. Understand? I repeat again. To find out area of major segment or minor segment, it is nothing but area of sector minus area of triangle. Sector minus triangle. So sector formula, what is sector? Sector is part of the circle. Circle area into its part. Its part, how to find out? Theta by 360 minus triangle. So triangle, here what triangle is given? That is important. This is 60 degree. If this is 60 degree, this is what kind of triangle? If it is 90 degree, It is right angle triangle. For right angle triangle, half into b is enough. But this is 60 degree. I cannot say this is a equilateral triangle also, because this is 60 degree. What about the remaining these two? The remaining these two we don't know. So we think about, so these two are radii, right? When radii are equal, these two are equal, it become an isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, you know, equal sides opposite angles are equal. These two are equal means its opposite sides also, opposite angles also equal. When this is 60 degree, in a triangle total angle sum is 180 degree. In 180 degree, one angle 60 degree we know already. Both subtracted will get 120 degree remaining. So this is 60 degree. What is the remaining angle? 120 degree. That 120 degree I have to divide equally here. So why? Because two sides are equal, its opposite angles also equal. No, this remaining 180 120 degree I have to divide equally, 60 60. So these two are equal because opposite sides equal angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. So there are three angles also become 60 degree. Once these three angles are 60 degree, it is confirmed that the given triangle is an equilateral triangle. So I go for root 3 a square by 4 formula. Now substitute properly. Pi 22 by 7, you know that. R square, what is the radius value? Radius is 15 here. 15 into 15 into theta. Theta is what angle obtained at the center of the circle. 60 degrees formed. 60 by 360 degree minus root 3 value is given or not, you check. In the question actually root 3 value 1.73 given. In the question, at the end of the question, always check pi value or root 3 value given. Root 3 value 1.73 given at the end of the question. So, and also pi value also given, student. Pi value is 3.14 given. If pi value is given, what value is given? The same value use. In case pi value is not given, it is always 22 by 7. Remember, pi value is given, you write the given value. If it is not given, go for 22 by 7. In this question, pi value is mentioned 3.14. So we write that only. 3.14. 3.14 is given, we use the same thing. 61s are 66. Here, what is A value? A is what? Side of the equilateral triangle. The equilateral triangle, this is now equilateral triangle. No, so before these two were equal, we told it is an isosceles triangle. But later all the three angles become equal. No, now it is equilateral. Equilateral triangle as all the three sides are equal. 15, 15, 15. So here A indicates that equilateral triangle is the side of equilateral triangle, that is 15. 15 into 15 by 4. 3.14, 66. Correct? No, 66. Next 3 5s, 3 2s. So still more division is possible. As 2 1s, 2 1s, 5s, 7s, 1.57. So complete division is over in the denominator. Now we go for here also. Pi value is root 3 value is given. It is 1.73. It is given 1.73 in the question. The question root 3 value is 1.73. Now we cannot divide these two now. It goes in decimal. First we multiply here, which are remaining. 1.57 into this 5 is remaining and this 15 is remaining. Here when we come 1.73 into 15 into 15, 225. 15 into 15, 225 by 4. Right. Now this two multiply. 15 5s are 75 into 1.57. 1.57 into 75. Okay. Next to this side, 1.73 into 225. Or first only we'll divide, then we go for multiplication, because here complete division is over. And if it is in fraction, difficult to subtract, right? So we get this also in decimal only. 4 5s are 20. Again 4 6s are 24. 24. So 1 is the remaining point. 10. 4 2s are 8. 4 5s are. It is 1.73 into 56.25. First we will multiply 1.57 into 75. So 5 35 3 28 2, it is 7. 49 4 35 4 39 3, it is 10. Add 5 7 here all 16 plus 1 again 7. This is here 1 1 1. So we write here 117.75. I'll check again. 5 7s are 35, 3 carry 5 was 25, 3 28, 2 5 ones are 5 plus 2 7. 7 sevens are 49, 4 carry 5 7 5 the 35 plus 4 39, 3 carry 7 ones are 7 plus 1 3 10. 5 it is 17, 1 carry it is 10 plus 17 again 1 here 1 11. 117 here 2 decimal places, here 2 places, again we multiply 1.73 into 56.25. This will multiply 3 5s are 15, 1 carry 3 2s are 6 7, 3 6 are 18, 1 is 16. Next 7 5s are 35, 3 7 2s are 14, 17, 1 7 6 are 42, 42 1 43, 4 35 plus 4 39. Next 1 into anything same, right? 5 2 6 5. We add 5, it is 12, here 1 carry is a 15, 16, 21, 2 is a 8, 11, 13, again 1, 10, 11, 17, 1, it is 9. 2 decimal plus 2 decimal, totally 4 decimal places, here it comes. Minus 97.3125, we subtract now. 117.75 minus 97.3125, we'll subtract this two. So it is 10 minus 5 5, it is 9 here, it is 7, and here already it become 4 4 minus 1 3, it is 4 7 0 again. Now here this 11, here 2. Final answer is 20.4375. This is the area of the minor segment. This is the area of the minor segment. Remember, minor segment. Now area of major segment is left. Area of major segment. It is very easy to find out area of major segment, because area of minor segment you got answer. What is the area of major segment? Remaining area, how to find out? The whole circle is what is there in that minor segment is removed, will get major segment. See, this is the area of the circle, right? In that, this is the area of the minor segment. This minor segment is removed. What is left here? That is the area of the major segment. So to find out area of major segment, area of circle, will take area of circle minus minor segment. What is the area of circle? Pi r square minus area of minor segment, it is 20.4375. In whole circle, minor segment is subtracted, the remaining is major segment. Pi r square, it is 3.14 given pi value. R square is what? 15 into 15 minus 20.4375. Okay, now 3.14 into 225. 3.14 into 225 will multiply. 5 4s are 20, 5 1s are 5, 7, 5 3s are 15, 2 628, 628 again 628. So we get 0 here, 15 1 carry, 10 16 again 1 carry, 8 plus 10 again 1 carry, 7. We'll get 706 0.50, 706 minus 0.50 minus 20.4375. We subtract 706.50 minus 20.4375. It is 5 here 9, so it becomes 2. Here also it is 9, and we get here 6. Here it is 4, 0, here 6. In 10 to subtracted 8, here it becomes 6. So we get 686.0625 centimeters square. This is the area of the remaining, that is area of major segment. I give you a few problems for you using these four formula: area of a circle, area, circumference of the circle, area of segment, area of sector, and length of an arc. So these all you can find out easily by using the required formula. Now we go to homework problems. The exercise 12.2 from the textbook. From the textbook 12.2 exercise, do the problem. Second problem, fourth problem, and seventh problem. Homework problem exercise 12.2 from the textbook, grade 10 textbook. Second problem, fourth problem, and seventh problem. This is all you try. Possible some worked problems also there. Worked problems from the textbook. In textbook some worked problems also there. That is example 2, example 3. Example 2 and 3, these two are worked example, and plus exercise problem 12.2 247 you try at home. Hope you got this class. Thank you.